Showtime, boys and girls. It is showtime. Yes, sir. Yeah. Notification gang, we see y'all out there, man. They all going out like crazy right now. I'm watching it. About to go down, guys. 7. Okay. We can deal with that. I don't care if it's one up in this mug, man. As long as it's people here, man. That's what matters, guys. Real talk. Turn the music up. I see y'all out there turning up, man. Y'all coming in hot, too. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right, yeah, we're going to get started. We're going to get started soon, man. Let's go ahead and do a roll call because y'all coming in nice and hot. Let's do a roll call. Let me pull it up real quick. I see these comments coming in. Let's start at the top. Jason Ewing, we see you out there, my boy. Shanna Ewing, we see you out there, my girl. I seen y'all out there at the event, man. Y'all was looking dope, man. I love y'all energy, man. I can't say it enough, man. I love y'all damn energy, man. I seen you out there, brother. Can't wait till you come to Tennessee, man. We can get you on here, man. Get you on the show. Get out there to the range. Do some things, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, man. Y'all do a lot for the community, and I appreciate that. I really do. Let's see who else is out here. Shaggy Rifleman is in the house, y'all. Shaggy, we see you, my boy. Yeah. Shaggy, we see Shaggy. All right. Who else we got? The Gunler guy is here, guys. He will be pulled in. All right. Tennessee Goddess is out there. We see her out there. We see her out there. We'll pull her in too, guys. We got a nice little show going today. Let's see who else. Chicago Mike the Shooter in the house. Yeah. We see you, Chicago Mike. We see you, my boy. Yeah. We'll go ahead and post it up. We see you. Let's see who else out here. Jova Q is in here, y'all. I appreciate him coming through, man. Missy in that face, man. Jova Q, we see you out there. Let's see. Okay, Shaggy Rifleman threw up something. Let's see what he talked about, y'all. Let's see. He said, I got into a flight situation last Sunday, and as I was getting some range time, burnt my arm on the rifle. Damn. The rifle barrel as I was fleeing. Then a few hours later, got swatted at the gas station. Damn. Crazy, man. Be careful out there, man. We don't need your arm as crispy as the color of my skin, brother. Nice and crispy, man. Yeah, I see you out there, Jova Q. I appreciate you coming through, man. Seriously, brother. I appreciate it, man. I love seeing the faces. Just new faces, old faces. I love seeing all of y'all. Straight up, man. It's a dream come true on this platform, I swear to God. Warren Fowler is in the house, guys. We see Warren out there, man. We see Warren out there. Yeah. And the one and the only Whiteside Tactical is in the house, y'all. We see you, my boy. Yeah. Whiteside is out there, guys. Yeah. Gotta love that dude, man. He done came up. I knew it, though. I knew it. I swear to God, I knew it. I knew he was gonna come up. And he ain't doing nothing but going up from here, period. Seriously. Bryce B, we see you, my boy. Yeah, I was talking to you earlier. Out there in the comment section. I appreciate you comment, man. Dropping them comments and stuff like that. And speaking of comments, I came up with a different idea I'll tell y'all about in a few minutes. Yeah. Let's see. Who else out here? Shaggy, he said, oh, it definitely could have been worse, Shanna. The highlight of that experience was the police left their light in my car and we laughed about it when I drove back for damn. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. For real, Bryce B. All love, bro. Anybody I see come to the platform new, or anything like that, man, I greet y'all with open arms. Even if I don't know you, I greet you with open arms, man, and we strike conversations from there. And the beautiful thing about 2A, everybody doesn't have to agree. We don't. We see things differently. We have different opinions. We have different skill levels and experience. There are other factors. But guess what? When it's all said and done, we all learn from each other. That's why I never down another person in their videos and nothing like that, because you don't know where they're at in their journey. They just may start, getting started on their platform, and they don't know a lot. So it's up to us to help guide them in the right direction, to give them definitive information or opinionated information that may help them out. And I think that's the right thing to do, guys. Not to talk bad about people, but to try to come across in the right type of way at least. I'm gonna tell you this: something that I'm learning in life. Hold on, I'm about to turn the music down because I'm about to preach. Preach. Hold on. Yeah, I'll get started. All right, y'all. I'm cutting down. All right, guys, we're gonna get the show started. But like I was saying, I think the best thing when you're dealing with people, it's a way that you can say certain things. And sometimes some of us aren't conscious enough to understand what we're saying when we say it at a certain time. I mean, we may say it in a way that we think is right, but it may not come across to the other person in the right type of way. So a lot of people just don't know how to communicate with each other. And that's where things get kind of fucked up, and when you're dealing with people in these platforms, you got to remember these are their platforms. They created their own world. It's like Elmo World. They created their own platform. So when you go visit their platform, at least have a little bit of respect and just kind of watch what you say sometimes. Because if you don't, and if you go too far left, I'm pretty sure that person is either going to block you and like never speak to you again. And that's just not cool, because you never know. The person you may be low key jealous of or low key mad at might end up being one of your best damn friends. It's some weird ass orbit shit, but it happens. I mean, so it's just communication is key, guys. As long as we learn that, I think the human race just will be a whole lot better. And I'm learning that myself, especially with this job I'm working at right now, which eventually I'm about to be winged off that. But especially with the job that I'm working at right now, it's just like communication is the key. If you're coming up to me asking me for something or trying to speed up the process with something like that, you got to realize that sometimes we run across issues with our computer. You may not know that. So it's all about communication. And that goes for relationships, friendships, business ships, sex ships, all type of ships. You feel me? So that's all I got to say. I'm off my little rant now. I'm going to go ahead. I'm about to drop a link for the gun alert guy. I'm going to drop a link for Tennessee guy that's pulled him in, guys. Then I'm going to talk about some guns that I think that are really, really, really awesome guns for beginners. If you're coming into the, this beautiful world of firearms, these are some guns that I think are ideal to start with that will be really, really good. And there's other factors too. And with me mentioning that, I might as well go ahead and tell you now. There's more factors. So, of course, you have to include price, cost, which is affordability, and caliber too. That matters, because you don't want to scare a new gun owner into submission because you gave them a damn 40 cal or you gave them 45 ACP to shoot. Now you done scared the shit out of them and they don't want to shoot anymore. So, you may want to start them off with a 22 LR pistol or a 22 LR rifle. That may be ideal for that person that's starting new. Everybody doesn't have to start that way, but I think it's good for a lot of people to start that way, especially if they're dealing with anxiety and if they're nervous. And to be honest, I'm an empath. So I pick up on everybody's energy when they're around me, regardless if they want me to tune in or not. I'm tuned in. So we pick up on those things, and I'm not the only one. There's other people that pick up on energies too. So if they do, you could tell when a person is nervous. You could tell when a person is kind of scared out there on the range. They're not going to say it, especially a man, because we have so much pride. They're not going to say it, but you may be nervous. Your heart rate has increased. when you're out there on the range, because either one, you scared as hell, or two, you just excited as shit. But guess what? You need to control that when you're out there, especially dealing with these firearms. It's a different ball game, man. So I'm sure that most of you all know that shoot firearms. That's why they teach you what? The breathing techniques. They teach you to inhale and exhale and a proper time to do so. I'm not going to go into it, but for those that know, you know. All right. They teach you the proper etiquette of holding a firearm, so you can have more control and manipulation over the firearm. So there's different factors. The reason why I went into that, because it's not just about what's the best gun. I mean, each individual person is different, but if we're just speaking in general, I do have somewhat of an idea of some firearms that I like, that I think if I was to go back in time and not start the way that I started, I probably would have picked some of these firearms. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull Tennessee Goddess in, pull the Gun Alert guy in. Then we're gonna talk about some of the guns that I suggest, and then I'm gonna let them go into some of the firearms that they would suggest also. Okay, guys, we get started here. Let me go to the comment section real quick, see what y'all talk about. I didn't even have my comments up. Let's see. Okay. We see you out there. Who is C5? I like that name, brother. We appreciate you coming to the show too, man, and keep coming through Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time, man. We see you out there. He said, I feel like everyone should start off with a 9mm less kick. I think that can be debated. Now, of course, every individual person is different. My input on that, I think 22 LR and 22 Magnum are perfect calibers for people starting in the very, very beginning. Less recoil, less muzzle flip, less intimidating, not as loud. I mean, I can keep going about some of the pros for that type of caliber from what I've learned. Okay. 9mm, I think, is kind of a third step up to me, because I think it should be 22 LR, 22 Magnum if you're going to play with it in that type of way. If you're feeling frisky, and this is for, again, a person that's kind of nervous, or, they just may be under a lot of pressure. 22 LR, 22 Magnum, jump up to 380, test them with 380. 380 is a sweet spot. I fucking love that caliber. 380 is a sweet spot. And then after they go from 380 to 9mm, okay? That's my suggestion to it. Those are some things that I kind of help some people out, that I help get them trained myself. I'm not certified, but I know more than enough to show a person on how to shoot and things of that nature, guys. So let's see what else they saying out here. That was a good one, though. Who is C5? It really was. Let's see. My first shot. Christine White. We see you, Christine. I missed you. I apologize. I see you out there, sister. She said, my first shot was a 30-30. Man, I've been looking at those 30-30 lever actions, too. And I've really been looking at those. I want to snatch one of them boys up. I've been seeing 30-30 pop up everywhere. The ammunition, Sportsman's Warehouse, Bass Pro Shops. They've been having them everywhere, man. Duma, we see you out there, brother. We see you out there. Very insightful. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Start coming to the show. I love to see your face every Sunday, man. 8 p.m. Central Time. Let's see. Duma commented again, guys. Said, I picked up a Glock 19, and we're going to touch on the Glock 19. Actually, the Glock 19 Gen 5 is one of the guns I was going to mention. That's crazy you said that. Glock 19 Gen 5 is my first firearm 2 months ago. Nice. I'm getting spammed by the Gun Alert guy. He said, drop the link. I'll drop it in a few minutes, brother. Let's see who else. Who is C5? He said, fat. Gun Alert guy. Let's see who else. Since you got it, said, what's up, my guy? Okay. G23. He said, just give them a 500 mag and call it a day. You crazy, bro. You crazy. Shoot, they'll pass out. Shoot one of them damn things. Let's see. All right, here we go, guys. I'm about to drop the link real quick. All right, here we go. And I hope y'all had a good week. A good week and a good time. Yes, sir. All right, I just dropped the link. Tennessee Goddess, the Gun Alert guy. I'll wait for y'all to come in and then we're gonna touch on some of these Blick season. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go to the top. Oh, I missed one. Who is C5? He said, I never shot a 380. I want to try. Man, I love it. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I got that Ruger Security 380, bro. I haven't even done a review on it, man. I got so many firearms, I haven't even done reviews. And I remember it didn't used to be like that, but it's like that now. And the 380, brother, I don't know what it is about that gun. It's highly effective to get the job done if you need it to, to protect yourself, for sure. I love it. And less recoil, too. That's what I really like about it. Bam! There he is. What's up, Mike?
Happy Sunday. Happy weekend, all. I hope everybody's cooling off a little bit. I think it was 140 degrees today.
Golly. Where your tan at, though, bro? Where your tan at? I don't see them tan lines, brother.
That chocolate elixir thing you sent to me to get a little darker, it's still just not working, dude. It's not working.
What you sipping on, man?
Is this a family program or is this not
man,
a family program?
Man, this is gun gossip. It's triple X-rated. We don't care. We give two shits. And then once Tennessee got us coming this bitch, it's going to be extra triple X-rated. Bam! There she is.
What are you talking about X-rated?
Man, it's going to be triple, quadruple. I'm telling you.
I'm over.
Hey, he got some in his cup, Tennessee got us.
Sorry, I got a glider going off over here.
Man, he sound like he grinding up some good stuff. What he grinding?
The glider?
Yeah, what he making?
He's mad because I didn't woke him up.
You need to feed that man.
See, my wholesome self has been doing some crocheting.
You said what?
My wholesome self has been doing crocheting.
Shit, if you had one of them, I'd probably be doing the same damn thing. That thing look weird.
Tennessee Goddess is a good catch, guys. Just saying.
Oh, don't say that. You know who out there right now. Her mans and them.
Anyway.
All right. Somebody asked me something. Well, here we go. He said, who is C5? He said, how long did it take you to get to? Oh, man. I mean, I'm 3.5 years in. So, yeah, 3.5 years in, man. And it's that. So, 6 million views on the channel, 25K. About to hit 26K probably by tomorrow, which is huge. So, yeah, it's been...
Had Ivan come up with Hawk Tui about 3 years ago, he would have been over 1 million by now.
Right? For real.
Let's see. The Shaggy Rifleman dropped something
on Broadway.
He said, Ivan, you missed my comment about communication. Oh, what did you say, Shaggy? Drop it again. Rewrite it, Shaggy, and then I'll answer it. Let's see. I answered who is him. Oh, JST hobbies _1 is here, guys. We appreciate you coming through, brother. We appreciate you coming through. Ah, you know what?
And I'm drinking water.
I don't believe you.
It's ginger lime mule water.
Mule water.
Yeah, it's like a Moscow mule, which is usually ginger beer and lime and a liquor, but it's just water.
That's what's up.
It's really good.
Is it sweet?
No, it's just carbonated water with just the flavor. No, it is not, Mike.
It's that bubbly water.
It is not.
Love you, mean it.
It's right? It's that bubbly water.
It is. It's seltzer water.
It's that who that. Let's see.
Premium.
Who is. Oh, there you go. Who is C5? He said, bro, I'm finna hit 25K. Hopefully. Good. Congratulations, brother. It's a journey. It's a hell of a journey. Let's see. Duma said, love the annual Glock Store videos. Keep it up. Thank you. And matter of fact, speaking of Glock Store videos, I'm working on another one. So stay tuned. I'm actually editing it now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's about to drop in about 2 to 3 days. So that's coming. It's some backstage stuff. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get into the show. 8:20. Good stuff. Y'all heard my input about some of these things with guns with beginners. Without telling me what type of guns that you guys like, because we're going to go over that in a few minutes, just give me a little bit of insight on that. And I'm going to let Tennessee Goddess start first, and then we'll let the Gun Alert guy go.
What guns that I like for beginners?
No, not like specifically, because we're going to talk about those in a few
Okay.
minutes, but just a little bit of insight on it. That's all.
Oh, I'm like, well, I mean, being as an instructor, I have to basically state, what are you doing?
I see it, Mike.
I'm pointing at you because you're the one.
Yeah. So as an instructor, I have new students. I've had people that have come in, they've shot before, 9mm, and they don't want to start out with a 22, but they can't hit the broadside of a barn with
Damn.
a 9mm.
Damn.
Or a 22. And then I've had some come in with a 380. And a lot of people come in with a 38 special because they don't want the casings coming back at them.
Right.
So
revolver type. Yeah.
Yes. So they want a revolver, and the revolver, it's a decent handgun, but you don't have enough rounds.
Right.
I mean, if you got 8 people and your revolver only holds 6, or it's got 5, somebody needs to line them up.
Right.
But for me specifically, my favorite caliber right now is a 22 Magnum. I love them.
Man,
However, I made the mistake as an instructor letting a new shooter shoot the 22 Magnum. 22 Magnum is very loud. Has no recoil, but it's loud.
Very loud.
A lot of fire coming out the front end. And when you have that, they're usually like, nope, I don't want to do it again. And they walk away. So is that specifically what you're asking?
No, that was perfect. Okay. Mike, give us a little insight.
So here's one of the questions I ask, and I'm going to pick on you, Ivan, because I know what you drive now. When you turned 16, what was your first car that you had?
Sundance.
Remind me what that is. I know what that is, but remind me what it is.
Shit, I don't remember who it was made by. All I know it was called a damn Sundance. It looked like a little Geo Metro. It was a very small compact car.
I think it was Plymouth Sundance.
Yes.
Look at that little guy real quick. So, okay, now I remember what that is now. Now, what do you drive now?
Oh, well, I have 2 different cars. So I have one which is a Challenger.
My Challenger. That's fine. Yeah. That's all I'm looking for. Now, put your 16-year-old self in your Challenger. Could you put yourself around a tree pretty quick?
I don't know. That's a good question.
And you got the 6 or the 8? You've got the 6, I think.
I got the 6, yeah.
Okay.
Modified, yeah.
If you look at that, I'm going to go back to essentially my days and dating myself here at this point. There were a couple of guys I went to high school with, and mommy and daddy bought them a brand new IROC Z in 1987. And both of those dudes wrapped those things around a tree within 6 months. What did mommy and daddy do? They bought them another one because that's what mommy and daddy do. So that being said, you have to look at your firearm journey sometimes kind of like that. You don't get in the Charger when you're 16 years old because that's dumb.
Yes.
You get to your experience and you work yourself up to something like that. My first car was a 1980 Caprice Classic diesel station wagon, complete with simulated wood side panels. That thing would get up and go. It would just take a while to get there.
Right.
So what do I drive now? I got a GMC Sierra Crew Cab with a V8 in it. Then I can get up and go in that thing if I really want to. And yes, I'll probably beat Ivan down the road, but but that's kind of sort of the journey. That being said, if I introduce people, and I'm not an instructor, but I'll take and introduce people to shooting. I start out with a 22, and I'll work up to a larger caliber on the handguns. Then I'll pick up a rifle, and I'll start with a 22, and I'll work up to effectively just an AR. I don't have anything bigger than that at the moment. And then I'll start on my toys. We'll start with a 410 Shockwave and go up to the 12.
Gotta love them 410s, boy. You got me into them.
Yeah, and get to on the Shockwaves, and I load that thing up with the 1 3/4 inch shells and stack it up to a Magnum load at the end, and slowly work yourself up. And it's hanging on. So it's a slow progression, but give them an experience throughout the whole thing, and go from there.
I totally agree. I totally agree with both of you all.
I agree, and I'm going to back up for mine But again, as being an instructor, when I have new students come in, we sit down and we talk 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know, what are you using this firearm for? Is it going to be your bedside? Is it going to be what you carry?
Mm-hmm.
What are you wanting to get out of this experience? Are you also wanting to move up and learn how to shoot long guns?
Right.
And a lot of times the ladies that I teach realize there's some that say, no, I just want to be able to have something to protect me at home.
Mm-hmm.
Or I want to be able to conceal and carry. And some of them come, I bought a gun and this is what I have, this teeny tiny little thing. And they bring it, they go to shoot it, and bam. Well, I tried to shoot it before and my hand slid off.
Damn.
This was a true story.
Somebody gave this to them. They didn't purchase it themselves. They were gifted guns.
Okay.
So that's something also to consider. If somebody gifts you a gun, it may not be the gun for you.
You ain't lying about that. That's facts. Hey, what y'all think about this, Mike and the Tennessee Goddess? The background, I did dark today. You know, I usually do light. Which one you think I should stay? Which one?
Oh, late in the room?
Yeah, you know, I usually had a light on, but I did a dark background this time. What you think?
Looks like you're hiding from somebody, man.
All I can look at it is focusing on the shadow.
Hey, I ain't gotta hide in this mug. No, sir, ski. No, you hear that click? I ain't gotta hide. No, sir. No, I'm
focusing on is that shadow behind you.
No, stop playing. Tennessee
got
it.
Got a big head. Mm-hmm.
You ain't lying about that one. Yes, sir. All right. Here we go, guys. Let's see. All right. So now we're going to get into... Oh, wait a minute. They were dropping some comments. Hold up. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let's salute, guys. We got Frankie Baby in the house.
Hi, Frank.
Frankie Baby is in the house. This is one of the dudes that's like religiously dropping comments every single day. Man, this dude support harder than ever. And you will be rewarded, my friend. Remember that. That's all I have to say, because I'm going to talk about that in the end. But anyway, let's keep going. Frankie Baby, we appreciate you coming through. Let's see. Let me keep going down. Oh, Jova Q said, remember, recoil is a function of mass.
Correct.
I feel you. Yep.
And I'll get into that.
Yep. He has spoken. All right. Let's see. Dark looks best. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to pull up one of the guns that every time I touch this gun, it's something about this gun. I've shot this gun. I do not own it. I'm thinking about getting it because it has such a great price point to it. It is an amazing gun. I'm about to go ahead and pull it up real quick for you all so you can see it, okay? Here we go. Nathan, we see you out there, brother. I don't know if I said that. I know I said Christine. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share audio just in case I go into something else. All right, here we go, guys. For those that don't know, this website is the shiznit. It really is. If you're looking for budget-friendly firearms, if you're looking for high-quality, premium, high-end shit, literally, you can find it on here. Battlehawk Armory. And to be quite honest with you, they are giving Palmetto State Armory a run for their money when it comes to budget pricing and things of that nature. Like literally, when Palmetto changes prices, they go back and forth. These dudes, a lot of times, sometimes actually go up under their prices. So I keep a very close eye on these guys. Awesome website. I've spoken with them. They're just great people. And I think it's like a family-based business, which is pretty amazing. Okay, they're up north somewhere, but I'm not going to get into that. Let's go ahead and let me pull up the gun that I just like a lot. And a matter of fact, not just this gun, but here it goes. And I'm sure that most of you all know about this firearm too, but I really like this gun. There it is right there. Yes. So the Taurus G3X. All right. When I tell you this gun feels so good in the hand, guys, And the crazy thing, something I noticed about these guns, they're actually run like little series, I guess you would call it, or like the variants of the gun, the G3X, the G3C. You know, it's so many different types that they have. They literally considered every single person with the features. I mean, on some of the models, they don't have serrations in the front. Some of them they do. Some of them have elongated slides and barrels. Some of them don't. Some of them have shorter hand grips. Some of them don't. Like literally, they went all out with these models. Like I freaking love it, and that was something I noticed about these guns. Holding this gun feels great. The granulated grip feels great on it. The trigger was pretty decent. And then as you can see, the price is really good for a beginner. And again, everybody's taste is a little bit different. But if you're looking at the affordability end of things, $233.23 is like a fucking steal, period. It just is. And of course, this gun was higher, in the past, but it's starting to come down and decrease in price. So this is one of the guns that I like. I'm gonna go over the features with you real quick if you're not familiarized with this type of firearm. Let me pull it up here. All right, here it is right here. So this gun right here is an action semi-automatic. Y'all know that the capacity is 15 plus 1, so you get an ample amount of ammunition with this gun, more than enough to protect yourself if you ever have to. Let's see, they give you two 15-round magazines to go along with it, which is pretty awesome. All right. And the thing I love about this gun is you can really use it for an EDC because it's really small. I mean, the slide in the barrel is so short when you look at the dimensions of it. I don't think they have. Yeah, here it is right here. The length is 12.25, and the width is 6.1. The height is 2.0. So the gun is just a really, really small gun. And
that's not inches. I'm not sure what that measurement is.
At the bottom?
Yeah, because if you're talking 12.25, that's a foot.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, no, they didn't even say that if it was inches or not in the end. That's why I didn't say it. But as far as dimension wise, like holding the gun, I noticed that it was just a really, really small firearm, and it was a really nice gun. I like this gun a whole lot. This is one that I would suggest for a person if you want to venture off into the 9mm end of things. I think it's just a great lineup of firearms to explore and check them out. And my suggestion to you would be also, if you have a friend or a family member that has the guns, try them out, hold them in your hand. If you're able to holster the gun too, because that makes a big difference. Some people like the appendix carry, some people carry 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, etc. So I would try to do that first. Mike, what you think about this firearm?
I would not have this as an everyday carry ever in my life.
Why not?
So at the end of the day, one of the things you have to look at from an everyday carry, what do people carry that carry for protection for their life as part of their job every day? No one carries a Taurus ever. So a Taurus to me, doesn't matter the model, is literally a truck gun. If I had property, I'd have a Taurus. It would be in the truck on the property. It would never leave the property. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say they're not reliable. They have come a long way from where they were, but essentially it's not a firearm I would ever consider to protect my life. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, it is a good entry level and a training weapon. So mm-hmm. the G3X has got some weight to it, which from a first firearm perspective on a 9mm is what you want. Mm-hmm. So the first thing you learn when you get your first firearm is you're learning recoil management. How do I handle that? There have been so many cases where people have come in and they bought, I'll just pick on a small one. They've come in and they bought, let's see, a Ruger LCP. That thing weighs 1.5 ounces at the end of the day, and it's a 380, so it doesn't have a whole lot of recoil, but essentially it's something because of the size and the weight. It's going to scare somebody who's not used to a firearm. Mm-hmm. And that one obviously is not the first firearm that somebody should ever have either. But at the end of the day, if you're going to carry a firearm, you want to invest some money into it. If you're going to protect your life, what are you going to do? I'm not going to go budget. This is a good weapon to start with, and this is good, again, something good to toss in the pickup on the property. But I would never carry this ever.
Got it. Perfect. So that's good insight. As he said before, a good gun to start with. but he wouldn't carry the gun. I know like a lot of people who carry this G3 like the models, a lot of people, and that's how I found out about this actual gun. When I shot it, I was damn near impressed with this gun. I was pretty impressed with it. What you think about it, Tennessee Goddess?
I don't own a Taurus 9mm, but it's a decent budget gun. I also don't think that I would carry it to protect myself with, but I also am going to tell people, look at what you have as far as customer service wise, how they back the gun. Because if you have to send off for repairs, what is their turnaround time? I've not heard very good things about the customer service there. I don't know, just what I've heard personally, that, they will keep it for a long time, to do some kind of small little work on it. This is okay if that's all you can afford.
Have you shot any Taurus guns?
I have.
Okay.
I had a student that bought this because of the price and went to shoot it and had so much recoil to it. Her hand was too big for it. She had man hands. So they were long fingers and they just double wrapped around it. And she was like, why can't I hold on to this? Her hand, even when her thumbs were so close to being up to the muzzle, that it was just too small for her hand. You have to, if that's all you can afford, go for it. And when I did shoot the gun, I liked how it shot. It was great. I've shot the G2C, the 3X, the G3C, and I would really like to try the Toro that they have, the GX.
Yeah, I've seen that Toro. Yeah,
it looks really nice, and I'm thinking, well, that would be a nice budget gun also. Because firearms, I mean, you can pay $1,000 to $2,000 or more. Doesn't mean it's going to be a great gun.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yep. Very, very true.
It's based off of how it fits in your hand and how you handle it. Now, if you're going to handle it, train with it.
That's right. And
train.
Yes, I totally agree. And these are suggestion guys. So, again, we have all different type of opinions across the board. The crazy thing is these guns, they sell like crazy. Like
they do. I sell
fucking crazy.
I sell a ton of these.
I see them sold a lot. When I worked at the range, it wasn't that we sold them there. They would come in where they bought it somewhere else. And it was a lot of people that didn't know anything about shooting whatsoever.
Right.
They just got it and they lived in a bad neighborhood. And I got my gat. I'm like, no. Or because they do also come in multitude of colors.
They do. I've seen the different colorways they have, especially for females, like the pink and gray, the pink and white. They did it, yeah.
Yeah, they've got the stainless with the robin's egg blue, also known as Tiffany blue. I've seen the purple one where it's all decked out. I've seen them done every single way that you can possibly imagine. I haven't seen it as a Trump gun though. So like maybe.
So the only input I have in the color guns is that is your last option. So if you're going to do a tile project in the house, or you're going to go buy yourself a chop saw, or you're going to buy yourself a wet saw, you're going to buy the right tool for the job. If it just happens to come in the right color, then that's a secondary choice, but that should never be anybody's primary decision.
Men, the worst way to die is to be shot with the pink gun. Enough said. Okay. All right. That's all I gotta say. Tell me so Tennessee Goddess, Mike,
yes.
Would you, well, I know you can't really give a good assessment because some of you all haven't even shot this gun and stuff like that. The G3C and shit like that is very similar to this gun, but it does have different type of dimensions.
Let's just look at all together in the G series. Exactly.
So, I mean, you thinking High Point better than this? Sky better than this? Or seriously,
dude, you're killing me. Please do not bring High Point into the equation here.
Yeah, and I've had people talk about Sky before. Sky is not for me.
Yeah.
No.
I've owned 3, and it just wasn't. I tried and tried and tried to like it, and it just was not for me. I really like the fact that it has, and maybe the DVG that they have, that might be for me. I don't know. So that would be something I'd have to try out first.
All right.
The
Flat trigger
question
that
I
it
get
has.
about the Skies is, what do you think of these? And I kid you not, my honest response is, I would not sell this to my mother.
Man, them damn triggers. Oh my God. That's all I gotta say.
Well, the new one is not bad.
Okay.
The DVG,
Yeah.
it's actually a lot better than the CPX1.
They stepped it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. And the grip seems to be a lot better as well.
Okay.
So I have
I've not
not
seen
shot
I've
one.
not seen those yet. I have shot a CPX.
Yeah,
No.
I've had a CPX1, a CPX2. I've not shot the CPX3, which is a 380. But I've heard good things about it. That people liked it better than they did the 9mm.
Nice.
Interesting.
So that was like, for me, I was like, if that's all you can afford, have at it. But again, always train. There's a lady that I shot with that had one, and she loved it, and she trained and she trained and she trained, and every time she got finished training, she had a blister on her thumb.
Oh damn.
This thumb. She's right-handed, and I'm like, that was the problem I had with it, because you have like a thumb rest on it, or area, not a gas pedal or anything, but there's an indentation where your thumb would be sitting, but the serrations, or I guess not the serrations, but the stippling on it was very aggressive, and she found herself thumb sliding down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And also with say how the Taurus has that indentation also, when I shot it, I didn't have an issue with it. It shot really well. It did not do well with remanufactured ammo. It was actually a customer that had one, and he was like, come try it, because not everybody buys them. I was like, okay. And I shot it. It was great. He was like, you're a pretty good shot. Okay, good. But he used remand ammo, and it got stuck in there, and we had to take the whole gun apart to actually remove it.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and then he still kept using that ammo, and the next few times we had to slam it to get it to pop out, because it would not move at all. One of the reasons that I hurt my wrist trying to help him get that out of there. So,
yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate your input. The Shaggy Rifleman, he dropped something. He said, is it wrong of me to take my mother gun shopping so I know what to look for? Should I decide to get one for my girlfriend / best friends? Mom's heavily into firearms now, but I don't know how I feel using her like that.
Dude, it's okay, Shaggy.
It's okay. Hang with mom. Mom can brought you into this world. She can take you out. Spend as much time with her as you can.
Christine said, not all guns are ready for remand ammo.
That is correct. And no girly color either.
Yeah.
All right. I got one more I'm going to get into. I had more, but I'm going to just get into these, and then I'm going to pull some that they have too. So I have another one. This is one of my favorites, man. I don't own this gun, but I've shot it many, many times. Paul had this gun, and I just let rip. I actually tried tons of different ammo in this gun. And when I tell you, this gun really impressed me. And here it is right here. I'm going to pull this one up because it looks so dope. Yeah, but
there's a couple different flavors of it too. So we'll just generally talk about that.
Oh, yeah, a lot. They have the optic ready type. They have the ones that don't have any optics, all different types. But this is the Taurus TX 22LR. This is the 4.1 inch 16 rounder. So you get 16 plus 1. For me, with this gun, the only thing that I kind of really didn't like about it, as you can see right here, is the way the trigger shoe is made. So that was something that I kind of really didn't like. It was just felt a little weird and awkward to me. But other than that, the gun fired. I mean, the ergos felt pretty good with the gun. I'll go into some of the quick
review. Like the hump in the back.
The hump, well, you know how I feel about them humps. Yeah. So the hump, that was another thing that kind of, but it didn't bother me that much because it's not that much felt recoil with the gun at all, or muzzle flip at that. So, and depending on what grain you shoot, because it's different grains with 22 LR, that makes a difference too. Defensive rounds, all different type of stuff. But this one right here, on the quick overview, guys, let's see here. The height is 1.75. The weight was 1.85. Of course, you know, the caliber is 22 long rifle. They give you 2 mags, it looks like, with this. And the barrel length is 4.10 inches. The capacity is 16 plus 1. I don't know if I said 15 earlier. I think I said, so I don't know.
I think the previous generation was 15 plus 1.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. So this one says 16 plus 1. And it's running a white dot system on this one right here. But man, when I tell you this boy is a tank, like literally, and I think this is really good for beginners because it's one of those guns where you're not going to get a bunch of hiccups. And again, less felt recoil, and also muzzle flip. So I thought it was just an outstanding gun. The optic ready gun looked weird as fuck to me, but I think this is a pretty good one. Tennessee Goddess or Mike, whoever, have y'all shot this one?
I have this one.
I love it.
I have mine is in wine, so it's a deep dark wine color.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have any of the bells and whistles on it. It has been my go-to to train with new students. Recently, I got a student that has tiny hands. And her hands are so tiny, they do not reach all the way to the trigger very well. However, the TX22 also comes in a compact. So I'm thinking of adding that to my training tools. It has, of course, less rounds. I think it's 13.
Mm-hmm.
But everything about it's the exact same.
Nice. So Shaggy Rifleman dropped something down here, guys. He said, actually, I thought of a great option, but I need to know, is it true Glock discontinued the 43X? I heard the rumor floating around somewhere. Yes, so that's actually true. They discontinued the the non-MOS version of it. So that has been discontinued. The one that's MOS is the one that will be going forward with the tactical light Picatinny rail at the bottom. So that's actually true.
So technically, the 43X is still there, but it just, they don't have the optic plate.
Yeah, that's exactly.
What I'm seeing generalized in the industry. So one of the things, obviously, that we saw was everybody went from a single stack to a double stack, at least on the 9mm and the 380s. A lot of the manufacturers are now going to just delivering the optic ready, just as an option, so they can streamline the production processes of just doing one model instead of having to do 2. So it makes sense for them to do that because everybody else has started to do that too. So that doesn't surprise me.
And it's interesting that the Glock 43X actually has a good price point. Yeah. I've been seeing them coming in at about 400 something on specials and stuff like that. So I think it's outstanding. How much they got it at Academy for now, Mike?
Yeah, let's see here.
I like that gun. You got that one, Tennessee Goddess?
I do not have a 43X. One of our ladies won at the Glock store last year. The 43X.
I like that gun.
43X is 450.
Yeah. So around. Yeah.
Can you pull up the Taurus TX22 compact?
Yes.
The TX22 compact, and actually I'll call it the second generation of the TX22 are good training options. The TX22 second gen has an optic ready as well. So if you want to train with an optic, you can. If not, you don't have to.
And it has, I have a friend that has one, the TX22 tactical.
Yeah, they have so many different types.
And so many colors. I got to have every one.
G23 said he has both the 43X and the 43X MOS. I love that damn gun. I got to get it. It's coming into the collection. Okay, which one is it, Tennessee Goddess again?
Taurus, it's the first one, the Taurus TX22.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
I think most of them are optic ready, but it is more of a compact, so it's smaller. I believe smaller hand people can maybe access it a little bit better than they can a full size.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also something that I would add for somebody that is wanting to conceal carry and probably came up with a little LCP or something smaller. And this is something that you can have an idea of what the size is and how it's going to work and how it's going to carry for them.
Okay. No, it's G23. It's not that they're giving up the 43X. Just like we just discussed, it's the one that's non-MOS that they're discontinuing. That's all. They're going to keep it going, but it's going to have that MOS, that optic ready at the top, and then of course the Picatinny rail, like I said, for the flashlight on it. That's the one that they're pushing. See, a lot of these companies now, I'm noticing with some of their old models, it's not that it's a bad gun. It's just that they're discontinuing them because they're moving in a lot of the newer model type guns and stuff like that. Just like the XDM, that 9mm, that one right there, they're discontinuing that one, but they're keeping a 10mm variant. So
Right.
a lot of companies are doing that. Any you got, Mike?
From a Glock perspective, which you're going to obviously be surprised that I'm suggesting Glock. Glock 44.
Ooh,
Glock 44
Different.
is the exact same measurements as the Glock 19. It is an awesome training weapon for a Glock 19.
Different. Which one you want me to touch here?
Second one.
Different. Ooh, nice price point too. Tell us about it.
So basically, it's literally just a single stack 22 long rifle. It's the exact same dimensions as the Glock 19. It's got the look feel of a Glock 19. It's definitely lighter than a Glock 19, but you can practice and put a bunch of rounds through with this for a few dollars, and then at the end of your training session, pick up your 19, put some 9mm rounds through it as well.
Now, wasn't one of the disadvantages the magazine, how many it holds in a mag?
From a training weapon, that doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
So you can actually take and buy. I'll just pick on Ruger 1022 because we'll talk about that in a little bit. Ruger actually makes a 1022 magazine that holds one round.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have it from like a training perspective, and I'm talking child, you can put one round in that thing, and you're only able to put one round into it.
Got it. Yeah, this is something I heard online. Like the only thing that was keeping people from purchasing this when they did surveys, it was capacity. This one is 10+1, but you do have a good point with that.
Yeah, and from a training perspective, and Tennessee got us jumping on me and just give me your input on this. I don't want somebody dumping 17, 21, 30 rounds if I'm doing something. I want them to be doing short bursts, if you will, 5 or 10. I typically only load 5.
Yeah.
I usually start out, the first is 1 round. I have magazines that are loaded with 1 round, maybe 4 or 5 magazines. They get the 1 round. So they're learning how to drop the magazine and reload.
Yeah.
And get that shot off. I do have the G44. It's also in my training lineup. I allow my students to pick out which one they want to try. A lot of them go to the G44. I had some just go to it because it's a Glock and that's what they've heard is the best thing ever to have. Also keep in mind, most of your 22 LR pistols that are semi-automatic only had 10 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So then all of a sudden, I think Walther came out with their PPQ, and it had 12 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, ooh, 12. But hey, 12 is better than none. But yeah, the G44 is a great training gun. I actually gifted one to my sister for Christmas, and she actually loves it. Except she's, of course, being that it's her first gun, she had to get used to the stippling on the grip, because we have soft hands in my family.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something for her to get used to. And my brother-in-law loves it as well.
What is this more equivalent to as far as dimensions, Mike?
It is exactly a Glock 19.
Oh.
Yeah. It fits in the holster, everything.
Is the Gen 5 Glock 19?
Yes.
Those dimensions? Okay.
Yep.
Because I think they got a Glock 19 Gen 3 too.
If you put your hand over the barrel end, that's a Glock 19.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, it's just a Glock 19.
I've never shot this one.
Yeah, it's a great little shooter. I've fed it all kinds of ammo. I've probably had 1,000 rounds down through it and no issues at all.
Yeah.
Nice. Shaggy, let me know if you had something to say right there. I seen you type my name. Let's see. Shaggy dropped something else. He said, all right, y'all got to bounce. Stay safe. Yes, take care, Shaggy Rifleman. We appreciate you coming through, brother.
Bye, Shaggy.
Chiefin by the dozen. I love that name, man. He said, I got a tungsten guy rod, OTW. Is it worth it? I mean, when you're dealing with tungsten guy rods, man, to me, I mean, I shot with them. I created a video on the channel about tungsten guy rods because I was able to get one from the Glock store, try it out against the regular conventional guy rod. And to me, I didn't really notice a big difference. But one thing I did notice is build quality with it. I mean, your springs and your rod is like fucking tank, man. So I'm sure it'll last a whole lot longer than some of those plastic rods and, you know, the metal that they're making it out of with just the regular standard ones, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's probably going to mess with your ejection patterns too and stuff like that, depending on what type of ammunition you're shooting. So that all matters, but you just have to try it, put it in, try it, see how it shoots, and you can notice a difference. Pay attention to those things. What would you guys say about that?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with G23 also.
What G23 say? Let me see. Where did he go?
He's talking about the Walther WMP.
Here it is. Okay, he said Walther WMP is a great pistol, and Walther was offering 100 rounds off Federal Punch free with purchase. Nice.
Yes.
200.
Nice. You know, Tennessee Goddess is a Walther. I can't say it earlier, but she love Walther, y'all.
She's a Walther hoe.
I am.
It's not what it is. Ivan,
man,
what am I? I am a capacity hoe when I conceal carry.
She loves it, man.
Yes, I do.
Freely admit it. You know, call me out on it. There we go. Next one, and I wouldn't say bring this one up, but I'll just briefly.
No, I'm gonna pull it up. What is it?
Yeah, the P322. I'm only gonna basically say one thing on it. The P322 from SIG is not necessarily an entry level. It's an advanced entry because you can do a lot of things with this because it has a double stack rimfire magazine.
Talk to him, Mike. Preach.
And if you load it like Ivan, you're going to have lots of problems. If you read the user manual or listen to the gun alert guy, you won't have any failure feeds and things like that. So it is a great training weapon from that standpoint. If you load it just quickly, boom, 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 you will have issues. And I'll call it exactly what it is. But that is a side benefit of that firearm, being able to do that. If you take and load it like you're supposed to, you're not going to have any issues with it. But if you're training, take and jam a bunch of rounds in that magazine, see what happens. You will have a failure to feed. I guarantee you.
I wonder, was it just the ammo? Because I love this fucking gun. Nope, I wanted to steal your gun, to be honest.
The only time I've ever had a problem with it is you. And every conversation.
Well, we were shooting Thunderbolt, remember?
Yeah. Well, and every once in a while you'll have an issue with cheap ammo. Or cheap ammo. And I'll call it that. We shot it Thursday, and I think we had one or two that were that didn't fire, and I picked them up and put them in something else, and they fired just fine. So
I like this gun. I like it a lot. It feels so good in the hand.
Yeah.
And it handles well, man. It's just an awesome gun. Like
it's nice. It's a little bulky for me.
Really?
It is when this one came out, it was kind of an interesting sidebar, because I'll go back to the Glock 44. Glock 44, its partner parent or big brother, if you will, it's Glock 19. This one came out and it really didn't have a partner. But if you put this one side by side with an X Macro, it's almost the same size and the same feel as an X Macro. It's close. It's not there, but it's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, the X Macro, that's my baby right there. 9mm X Macro.
You have one of those yet?
I love it. Comp on it. I love that damn gun, man.
I
haven't had much JST Hobbies is talking about the Pro Mag for the 44. I have used a Pro Mag in another Glock and had horrible issues with it. We were doing a competition with our ladies group, and one of the ladies was shooting it, and it just fell apart. Grabbed another
I'm not
magazine.
the Pro Mags. They are budget.
Yeah.
If anything I'm shooting, I just buy the factory mags. Doesn't matter who it is. I'll buy the factory mags from whomever. I don't want to go after market just because the quality, it is there, but essentially if they're just off on the quality control in any way, shape, or form, it's not going to go bang when I want it to.
Yeah, I don't mess with Pro Mags. I'm gonna just be real.
I'm not a fan of the Pro Mag, but I did use I believe it's ETS that's made in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any issues out of that whatsoever.
Yeah, what else did I have here?
All right, so we got the.
Do you want the next one?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, yeah, go ahead, and I'll pull this up.
Two here, and I'll actually go down Tennessee Goddesses route first. The Walther P22Q.
Yeah.
If you've got somebody somebody's got a smaller hand, this is a great firearm for them. It is hammer fired.
You said Walther P22Q?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, P22Q.
Yeah, that mug ain't pulling. They don't have it on their site, I don't think. Interesting. Hold up, let me pull up. Huh. Mike, pull it up and then mirror me. It's not. I don't think they have it.
Present, share screen, share that one. Okay, should have it.
Okay.
Make it bigger.
There it is. It's on screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it bigger.
Tell us about it.
Okay.
Bangers and bullets. We see you, my boy.
Yeah, some trigger pulls 11 pounds. I've shot this. I wouldn't say it's 11 pounds, but
no.
Weighs a pound, which is probably about right.
Look at you.
And there's several different flavors of this one. This is basically just a standard black, but there's if you want to go shiny, there's a nickel plated one with a slide. It's all nickel plated. It's kind of cool.
Yes.
Shiny. But if you got somebody that's smaller hands, there's the Ruger. What is that thing?
SR22.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The SR22 is about the same size. It's great for somebody with a smaller hand. Both of them have safeties. The one thing about the Walther that it wouldn't necessarily say, unless you're going down Walther route, is where's my safety? The safety is potentially in a different spot than a full-size model if somebody's getting a safety on a full-size model.
Mm-hmm. I like this. I like that one. And that one is on sale in a lot of places for like $200 something too.
Yes.
Yeah. It
is a great firearm. I have 3 of them.
Damn.
I have the original, and then the next to the original, and then the Q. The Q is probably my favorite. Sorry, I'm watching the sugar glider. He's like eating yogurt and like he's never had it before. But it's really good, and I start off a lot of people with that one, and some people more have bigger hands, but my other person wants a smaller gun, wants something that's compact, and it does hold 10 rounds. It is hammer fired, and it just works well.
It fits good in the hand too. I like it, and I have bigger hands, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Oops.
M&P gang, talk to them.
So this is the M&P 22 Compact Series. If you go the M&P route for full size, 9mm, I think they've got a 40 as well. This is very similar in look and feel to the larger size. This one does not have the interchangeable palm swells, but all your ergonomics and everything is about the same. You've got the safety in the same spot. These are threaded if you want to get a suppressor for it down the road.
Oh, nice. Nice.
This specific model doesn't have there's 2 specific models. This one does not have the little thread adapter, but the barrel is threaded. You just have to go get the adapter for it. 10 round capacity. It's great for training size. Single stack, load it up and off you go.
The only thing I don't like about those, just one thing. I love everything about those guns.
True.
And of course, yes, it has the hinge trigger on the older models. Now the newer models has that newer type trigger that I really like. But the hinge trigger, I'm not a fan.
A lot of the M&P M2Os have that hinge trigger as well.
Yeah.
It takes something to get used to on it.
It does. It does.
So I have this also in my lineup. One of the things when I have ladies with small children, of course, they want to figure out, well, it's got a safety on it, but it also has a trigger lock also. So you can see it on the screen there toward the back, toward the dovetail back there. There's a prominent circle, and it has a key that goes in there and will lock, and the trigger will not move at all.
Oh, dope.
Yeah,
I've really been looking at these M&Ps. I swear, Raheem has one. He loves that damn thing, and I've been like messing around with them, shooting them, and I'm starting to like them more and more. Do they look really, really good to me? It's almost like I'm on a 60% percentile with them. Like, I don't know. I like it though.
And I have the full size of this too.
Yeah, and you have to realize what this is. And again, if you pick up a Glock 44,
yeah,
it's not. It doesn't feel like a Glock just because it feels really plasticky.
Right.
More so than a Glock normally feels.
Right.
This is the same way, but you have to define what the purpose is. What's its mission?
Right.
Mission for this is learn and train. This is not a real. There are people that will carry 22 defensively. That's not me.
Yeah.
And I know people, and obviously Tennessee Goddess knows people as well. But that's not me. That's not what I'm going to carry. But this is a phenomenal training weapon for what it is.
Yes. Yeah. And this does come into a 22 full size.
Yeah.
They're hard to find, and they're also made by Walther.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I got mine, I opened the box and I was like, where did this Walther tag come from?
There's a lot of these 22s that are actually made by Umarex, and Umarex.
Yeah, they make a lot of shit.
Yeah, Umarex, their forte is BB guns.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. They made my MP5 and they made my Beretta M9. I was like, what?
Yeah. And they're if I'm not mistaken, they are part of the Walther family.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty much owned by them.
Yeah, Umarex, yeah. That's crazy how that stuff is all connected.
Ready for that?
Oh, Mr. Wiggins, we see you out there, brother. We appreciate you coming, man. Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Let's go rifle.
Ooh, wee!
I'm going to go, this is obviously the basic. This is the Ruger 1022 carbine.
Pretty boy.
This is the basic model. It's a 10-round rotary magazine that's in there. The very minimal recoil off of that. This you can pick up most places for $300. Sometimes less, sometimes a little more.
Yeah.
It does come with a Piccaninny rail that you can basically screw on the top. It is zeroed in. The sights vary as to which model that you get.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very basic one. So if you want to take and introduce somebody to rifle shooting, there are so many people that this was their first firearm growing up. This has been around since 1964.
How many does that hold? Because I think that's the one that holds just a little bit too.
This is just 10, but you can get magazines to it. Yeah, the BX10 is a 10-round magazine, and you can have a BX15 or 25 and do 15 or 25 round magazines. The 25 round is kind of sort of a banana clip.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they're interchangeable. 25.
Yeah. So would I.
That is a beautiful wood, man. I mean, I really like that. That's nice.
So, and there's this firearm, this rifle has such a cult following behind it. You can actually build a Ruger 1022 from the ground up and not use a single Ruger part.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. As far as shotguns, which would y'all suggest? Mossberg 88?
Oddly enough, I would. So the Mossberg 88, the Mossberg 88, let's say a defensive side of it, is not a bad deal. Introduction, I'd definitely start with a 410. I wouldn't give him a 12.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a 3.5-inch Magnum load out of any sort of a shotgun.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of tree you're going to take down and then get a phone call apology a couple days later. It's like, hey, sorry, dude. I didn't realize I put Magnum loads in there for you.
Yeah.
Well, duh, that would explain why the tree fell down.
Yeah, I'm new to the shotgun world, so I was just gifted.
Well, that shotgun gonna rip your damn shoulder off. Stop playing.
I was just gifted the 500.
Yeah, give it to me. You don't need it. You don't need it.
Did I send you the Defender Tactical?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
So
going to order that for my fourth Shockwave and swap that out and test it out and make sure everything works. But it'll work in your 88, and then basically the little adapter that you can put in the Mossbergs, and it'll convert it so you can do 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3-inch, the same as the 590S series.
That's so sweet. Yeah, he told me about that.
Yeah.
Tell me this: would y'all like with beginners? Since we're talking about beginners, okay, that's what's up, Mr. Wiggins. With beginners, would you suggest 40 caliber and 45 ACP
Absolutely
for shell shock or no?
No.
I totally agree.
I don't suggest those as well as the 22 Magnum, and because the 22 Magnum is very loud and it gives off so much muzzle flash. I had another student who's like, well, I've got this gun, I've never shot it before, and I'm like, do you know what it is? No, I don't know what it is. And I was like, let's not shoot that right now. That is a Magnum. And she was very I have to shoot it. It was my dad's. I have to shoot it. And I said, okay, well, you're going to have a lot of muzzle flash. And when she shot it and saw all that fire come out, first she was like, it caught on fire. And she put it again down.
Yeah, anytime that's training, you don't want to scare anybody away. Again,
that's right.
If you want to look this one up, I learned how to drive in a Chevy Celebrity.
There you go.
Ivan drove, what was that thing?
Sundance Plymouth.
Sundance?
That was my baby, man.
What's in the Chevy Celebrity I learned how to drive in.
I had a Vega, so a 1974 Vega.
You had the cool one, though. Vegas were cool.
Shit, after that, I had the Festiva. Like, I'm telling you, it was a struggle back then, man.
And then Ivan got his man card, and he got his Charger.
Well, I've had more than that. I had my Bubble Eye Jaguar, maroon color Bubble Eye Jaguar. I had my Q45 sitting on I think I had like 27s or 28-inch rims with ostrich leather interior. I do this shit. Like, the car game was my shit. So I done had multiples, but when I was younger, I just didn't have the money. I mean, I didn't. I remember going to school with fucked up shoes.
Yeah, at the end of the day, with the discussion here, obviously throwing in the current interjection of this, is the bottom line is learning an introduction. It really depends on the person. So essentially, you don't want to scare people away, but you don't want to put them in over their head.
Exactly.
You're not going to stick them in. You're not going to stick a 16-year-old in a Charger. You're not going to stick not going to stick a 16-year-old in a IROC Z brand new.
Right.
Okay. You want them to learn how to use it and then grow from that. You want them to be part of the culture, not to get scared of it.
Exactly.
There's stories out there where there's one lady that I need to go find this article so we have it linked in your stuff somewhere. She went and bought a gun. She didn't even put a magazine through it at the range, and it scared her. She did not go back and get any training.
Oh, damn.
5 years. She's got some dude in her house. It's not supposed to be there. She retrieves training ammo in the cardboard box from the shelf and starts shooting at the guy, and she wings him, and she gets him in the leg, and they found him 6 blocks away. And she literally is telling the news, I bought the wrong firearm. I did not get training. I did not do what I should have done.
Right.
So you're not handing in your man card, your woman card, or whatever to start with a 22. I've got a 22. Ivan's got a 22.
Oh, I got a collection of 22s now. I love them.
And it may be there's right. It could be somebody that had a tragedy in their family, and they still need to learn how. But a 22, there's nothing wrong with having a 22. You have something.
Yeah.
And then they have the new and different protection ammo that comes out every day. There's always something new that comes out. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Federal 22 Punch.
Yes.
Yes. Once I saw that, I was like, okay. And then I tried it for the 22 Magnum, and I was like, Okay, now I see.
Let me tell you something. You shoot somebody ass with the punch, 22 LR gun, I guarantee they ass is gonna be thinking second about fucking with you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because you can put more rounds down range or wherever the hell you need to put them down to. I mean, they gonna back the fuck up. Now, if this is some big hurt, like on Friday, then you may have to have a little distance you shooting that big motherfucker. But other than that, ain't nobody that hard to step up to a 22 LR defensive round, man. They just not. I'm sorry.
Well, and number one, when you're looking at the wrong end of the barrel, you definitely you don't know if it's a 22, if it's a 9mm. Yep. It just
they're not thinking about looking at the bore. They're not thinking about looking in that area. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what that bore is. That bore is that big if it's pointed at you.
Yeah, you ain't lying. What
bullets in there. If it's 22, if it's a 17-inch MR. That bore is that big.
Facts.
You notice you can't see my hands.
Facts, and that's why people with BB guns have got their ass shot before, because they look like real guns when you're in the heat of the moment. And so
that's true. And then, but you also have, I mean, I've been shot with a BB. I have one in my ankle still.
Sorry to hear that.
That was my brother. But he got stabbed. So anyway.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I was savage then. I'm savage now. I was like, yeah. I mean, he never paid me back for those third-degree burns on his behind either. So
do not mess with the goddess.
It sounded like y'all went to war when y'all was younger.
Yeah, I think we were like 5 or 6, and he was had took my baby dolls, and he had gotten out of the shower, and he was standing in front of the wall heater, and I just took everything I had and shoved him up against her and held him there. I was like, feet sliding, and he's trying to get off there, and I could smell that flesh burning. I was like,
damn, Tennessee guys, you doing it like that?
I sure did.
I don't know. I think you got a little reptilian in you.
Well, and then
let me see that hand. Let me see if you got some claws on that hand.
No. No. I have a tattoo on the palm.
There you go.
But, no. Yeah, he didn't like that too well, but yeah. And then I was probably the bad one because I told him to jump and I'd catch him, and I was the smallest one.
Wait a minute. I'm finding out that a lot of the subscribers on the channels got BB still stuck in their ass. And pellets. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
What the hell?
We had great childhoods.
That's crazy. I bet you them little BBs hurt too. I feel so bad about this now. But I remember going over to the park when I first came from Flint here to Tennessee, and it was this big, it wasn't that big, but it was like a little park area nobody went to. You can cross through the bushes. And I went through the bushes, and I knew what time all these rabbits would come out. So it would be like 20 to 25 rabbits just bouncing everywhere. And I literally went and purchased a BB gun and hid out and was just capping the mugs. And it's crazy because BBs are more effective than you think. Like, I was laying down so many rabbits with BB guns. It was crazy. And then I got to a point where I started feeling kind of bad about it. So I stopped doing it. And I just started collecting them. And then I ended up selling them because I needed the money for them. But
collecting the rabbits?
Huh?
Were you collecting the rabbits?
No, I should have. Should have been eating the mugs.
I'm like, did you just shoot them and leave them there?
Yeah, it was bad.
It was. Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, it's boy stuff, man. I don't know. I was going through some puberty stage stuff. I really wanted real guns at that time, but I was scared to get real guns at that time. So the closest thing to it was BB guns.
Well, my neighbor over here cleaned out his fence road, found all these carcasses of squirrels and rabbits, and he was like, that Cajun guy did tell me he was eating squirrel and rabbit. I didn't realize he was doing it over here. I was like, he like skinned them and he was eating them because he never went to the grocery store. He was like, why? They're right here. And I was like, really? Now all the squirrels are at my house.
Squirrels crazy.
I don't mind squirrels, but when they're destroying stuff, they're that's enough.
They become a huge, big nuisance.
Yeah, because they just tore up my deck on the front, and I was like, no, come on now.
Yeah, they get crazy as hell. Well, we about to wrap it up, y'all. It's 9:20.
I didn't even get to talk about my
changing
22.
Huh?
I didn't get to talk about my 22.
I thought you did.
I didn't. No, I didn't suggest any. I was going to say the FN 502.
Oh, go ahead. Let it rip.
Yeah, the FN 502 is really nice.
I like that gun.
You
Matter of
know,
fact, I have that gun.
it's a little pricey for a beginner gun, but as a starter, it shoots very well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's a suggestion. And the SR22 from Ruger that we were talking about as far as a starter gun, that was one that I purchased for my mom, and she loves it. It's got a nice grip on it. I didn't realize that it comes in different sizes as far as the barrel. And the so it does. They've revamped it several times, but it was the number 122 before all these others.
Yeah, that 502 looks good too. I love the way it looks. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about them is like their patterns on the hand grip. It's a weird little pattern.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
It's an FN thing. So
yeah,
the FN
502
is designed to fit about 95% of the accessories that the 509 Tactical does.
Oh, nice.
So it's a little bit heavier, and it's made by Yamarix again. But it was actually made under a heavy fist from FN to get the measurements, weight, and balance correct.
Excellent gun. It really is. And like you said, it is a little bit more pricey. They've been on sale, but it is a little bit more pricey.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like and I did have someone ask about shooting the PDP.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care that at 22 they wanted to come straight out the gate with a 9. They didn't want a 380 because they'd done the research and knows that the ammo is a little bit more expensive than a 9mm. And they were like, well, I hear you like Walthers. I want to shoot a PDP. I don't care. This is what I want. I'm like, okay, do you want red dot without red dot? You know, and so, yeah, we'll shoot mine. It has a red dot on it. It's a compact, so let's give it a whirl. And they were very accurate, liked it, and then decided to go with the F series instead. And then decided they didn't want the F series anymore. So it's like they want the full size. I'm like, hey, if you want, there's a whole family of Walther PDPs out there. Go get them. I mean, there's some places.
It's not a crime to own more than one firearm.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I like that damn F series though. I don't know what it is about that gun, man.
It does shoot well. I would like to get my hands on the PDP 380.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would be nice too.
Are they hard to find?
They put out a batch of them and then they sold out really quick.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear they're going to be making a comeback. So nice. We will see.
Yeah, G23, the Buck Mark 22 LR is nice, and that falls in line with the Ruger Mark IVs. I wouldn't necessarily say that's an entry-level training weapon, though.
Yeah.
Because that's well, it's easy to shoot. That's not necessarily, and I'm going to use the term loosely here. That's not a real firearm that somebody would carry. So that's a specific tool for a specific job. That's not necessarily. And again, I'll go back to the M&P 22 compact. That is something that I can pick up and I can carry in a 9mm.
Right. Also, the Ruger 2245 light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have ladies that has one of those and trains their new students on it because it's heavy. It doesn't always have great sights on it. You can have the sights changed out, and it will help with that as well. And as far as long guns, I do like my 22 Ruger light, 1022 light. It is a different color, but it's Tiffany blue.
Of course.
Yeah, but it was a great deal.
No. Did you just hear her? Tiffany blue.
Tiffany blue. Yeah. But they don't, I mean, I'll see them every once in a while, but they don't make the line that they had from, Davidson had some, and then there was another company that put them out for them. But other than that,
it was Talos that did the other ones.
Which one?
Talos.
Yeah, Talos did it. Yeah, because I do a lot for a lot of the companies I like.
Man, there's so many options, and that's why it's so good. So many people rush into this stuff. They rush so fast, and they make so many mistakes in the beginning. And I did. I ain't gonna even lie. I got that damn PT 111 and hated it with a passion. I was happy when I got it, but then once I got in the range and started shooting that damn thing with that heavy trigger, I was like, hell no.
Same with the STV9.
Man.
There was a guy that came in today, and I was trying to talk him out of. Mechanics come a long way.
Don't diss mechanics, Mike.
I'm not dissing your mechanics. You introduced me to mechanics, and I like them. I don't have any. They're not top 10 on my list, but they're on the list, which was greater than what it was before.
Yeah.
The guy came in, and he put his hands on the Mechanic TTI, and that was going to be his first handgun. Dude, you don't want this one as your first handgun. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a performance. It's up there, but you don't want this one as your first one. Yeah. If you don't like it, you're dropping $1,000 here.
You ain't lying. Yeah. So be patient, guys. Take your time if you're watching. If you're a new gun owner, just take your time. Be patient. Research, and research. And if you can, try to get your hands on it, just so you can hold it. If you can get it to the range and shoot, what happened? What happened?
You just
Mike going out.
Froze. You had a goofy look in your face, and I'm like talking to myself.
You were freezing a little. We can see you though, Mike. Yep. So that's what's up. We're about to close out, guys. I got to close out. Get ready for tomorrow. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Nathan White, we really, really appreciate you, brother. You constantly comment. And I kind of restructured the giveaway that I'm going to do. I'm actually doing multiple giveaways. So I'm not leaving anybody out. So I'm doing multiple giveaways, but the like your best giveaway, which is going to be the $75 giveaway, I haven't figured out which place I'm going to do yet, whether that's Academy, Bass Pro Shops, or whatever. I'm going to figure it out sooner or later, but it's going to be top 3 people who have commented the most on the channel and liked the most on the channel. So I'm going to just go ahead and let y'all know now who some of those runners up are. Number 1 is Frankie, baby. So Frank is number 1 running. Number 2, well, it's not really number 1 or 2, but these are the people who comment the most and like crazy. Nathan White is another one. The third person, it's kind of like a tie with the third person that I've been watching on the channel and paying attention to. So I'll let y'all know sooner or later who that individual person is.
It's me.
Also, keep in mind that there will be other giveaways outside of that. So if you're a member of the channel, I'm going to have a lot of giveaways, with that being said, with some other good giveaway prizes and stuff like that too, guys. So other than that, that's about it. Tennessee Goddess, give us something to go. Wait. I'm fucking up. Hold up. You know where I'm messing up, right?
Yeah, music.
Yeah, man.
It's quiet.
It's too damn quiet.
That's okay.
No, it's not. We like to turn up. All right.
Although Frankie Three Legs is making noise out there, so I need to go see what he's doing in a minute.
He's slapping some cheeks out there with another dog. That's what he's doing. Go ahead, Tennessee Goddess. Close us out.
Make sure when you're cleaning your guns, clean your magazines.
Couldn't hear you. Say it again.
When you're cleaning your guns, make sure you clean your magazines.
That's what's up. Y'all heard her, guys.
Good advice.
Mike, go ahead, close us out.
It is not against the law for a friend who is a firearms enthusiast to go with you to buy your first firearm.
Facts.
You just need to make sure that they communicate to whoever's behind the counter that you are not getting the firearm. It is not a straw purchase. You are there to provide more support and help give some guidance beyond what the person behind the counter is.
That's right, guys. Y'all heard them. And y'all heard her. All right, my suggestion to you is don't get shot with a pink fuzzy gun, and if you see one, run. I'm out, guys. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Gun Gossip, 8 p.m. Sunday nights. We will be here next week to see you guys. I will holler at y'all. I'm about to get some sleep, relax, and go edit some videos so I can try to get this vlog video out to you all right? Peace,
all right.
Love, hair grease, and moose. Holla.
You don't have hair. Dude, Mike, you're missing hair. Take that hat off. I got more hair than you, and that's not a whole lot. That's not saying much.
Ah, shit. Yeah, my shit will be extra shiny. We are, yeah.
Chrome dome.